Good afternoon, golfers. Welcome back to the Average Club Golfer. My name is Dave. Welcome to the practice putting green at Clydebank District. And this video is all about the flat stick. So let's go and see if we can improve our putting. So, putting. That is the weakest part of my game. Not the weakest part, but definitely one they can have the most improvement. So we've got our aids today, we've got our putting mirror. We're going to give it a try, show you how I use it, show you what I've learnt already by using it, and then we'll put it into practice. So why the focus on putting? Well, over the last year and a half, as I've already said, the biggest improvement has been my ball striking, my ball contact, which has been able to hit more greens and give me more opportunities for putts. However, my putting's a bit ropey, to say the least. I've got a tendency to leak them right, and then I also overcompensate by pulling them left. One of my strongest putts, and I don't know why this is, and I think it's a mentality thing, is up and down. I make a lot of putts after making a chip, maybe put myself 5-6 feet away, and I make a lot of them. However, if I'm on and if I've got a putt, a lot of the times I'll two-putt. It's almost as if I can afford myself a lag, or I don't make as many putts. Whereas if it's an up and down, I'm thinking, right, this is for par, I've got to make this. So maybe a wee change in mentality needed, but also one of the big things, and one of the things that I've diagnosed, is my alignment. So let's take a wee look at the putting mirror and let's see how we've diagnosed that. So first of all, what is a putting mirror? Well, it's a mirror that you putt with, pretty obviously. However, what they've also got on them, if I'm going to put them down a wee bit, what they've also got on them is these alignment lines here, which allows you to square up your face. Also this red line here, this goes straight across. That's where you put your ball, so you've got a wee slot there where you put your ball in, and then you put towards the target. So the red line that goes down is a parallel face there. So if I'm going to take my putter, and there you go, it's pretty simple. How have I diagnosed one of my issues? Well, what I've been doing, and if you have a wee look down, what I actually started to do was notice that my putter face wasn't parallel to that red line. It was always slightly open. So it also gave me a tendency to put them out to the right. So first of all, I've been using this in my house, just in my living room, on my living room rug, and that's where I've diagnosed that from. I've also had a wee change in my stance, and I'll talk about that later. But let's see how I've used this and the drill that I'm using to be able to get many of these stupid wee golf balls in these stupid wee holes. Right, so we're getting set up here. The drill that I use, I'll try to find a relatively straight putt here, and I'm about 10 feet away, 12 feet away. So what I'm trying to do here is line that up as straight as possible. Now you can use alignment sticks for this. I don't use alignment sticks, I've never ever had one. I've got a club, alright. So I'll line that up straight to the hole as possible, and then get my mirror. I've already kind of set this up for quickness, but let's have a look. We'll take a wee look at that. Looks pretty straight, eh? So there we've got straight putts, and then from there that gets patched, the ball goes in the front area. Hopefully we should see some straight putts. I want to get myself set here. That allows you to set up. Let's see, I'll use the mirror, I'll give you a wee look down in a wee second. But basically that's the drill that I'm using. If I'm got any slope, then I'll aim for where I want the break to happen, left and right as well. But for the confidence to start with, the straight putts, that's what we're going for. The next challenge then is getting my alignment set up correctly and getting myself set, as it were, to make a putt and have everything good. So how can you use the mirror? Alright, so what we're looking at here is you've got the black centre line there, you've also got the two red lines. So ideally what we're looking for is our eyes to be between the black and the red. I don't know, it's something to do with strong eye or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's something to do with your strong eye, and that lines up underneath it so you can pass it, make your putt towards it. Again, I then also want to, this is a bit tricky with this camera, what the mirror then also allows you to do is to look down and align your shoulders nice and straight to the target. And obviously when we're putting, we are putting on an arc as well. I've got a blade putter, so it's no, or a one of the broom handle putters. So I do still have a wee arc, so I don't follow the lines exactly, but what I'm looking to do is to bring that, the face of the club back, parallel to that red line, and through to the target. And I'm only using one hand for that. What I'm then looking to do is to get my feet parallel to that as well, because I also noticed, and I've seen it in a couple of my videos that I've had, that I do have a wee bit of an open stance towards the target. And by open, that just means my left leg is just slightly lower than my left, so it's almost as if I'm setting up for a slice. So the diagnosis here is my feet are set up open, the blade of the putter was set up open that way, and then everything then becomes an overcompensation or follows the natural path and goes to the right. So what I then done, and I've adjusted this slightly, and I don't know if this is just because I'm a bit of an old geezer, but when I get my legs really straight like that, I don't know why, but my left hip hurts like hell, man. I don't know why. I don't know if it's an unnatural or it's just I'm not used to being in this stance, but it hurts like hell. So what I just slightly do to that is I don't bring my foot back, but what I then do is just slightly point my foot towards the target a wee bit, while also keeping it parallel to that, and that just makes things a wee bit comfortable for me. So that's how I'm using this, and let's see what the results are. Before we start here and see any results, I've got a wee confession to make. I absolutely hate practice putting, which is again is probably the reason why I'm not very good at it. Sometimes when you come up and you spend half an hour, 45 minutes putting away, and to be honest, a lot of them don't drop because you're just putting up, you've got slopes, you've got all kind of different variables, but this mirror gives you a bit of a focus. So the reason why I hate putting practice is because I hate just putting and putting and putting, and then a lot of the times more miss than actually go in. So it's not a particular fun practice activity for me. It's not like I could come up and take a 9 iron or a 5 iron and hit shots to my intended target, because you've got an area where you can go in. It's a lot different. You've got a 4-inch cup that you've got to get that hole in. And it can become demoralising a wee bit, and it does, it grates on me a wee. I really don't like practice putting, but this aid here is just going to give me a wee bit of focus, And as I said, I've already diagnosed a couple of issues. So hopefully it's going to make practice a wee bit better, because I'm going to make a wee bit more putts and hopefully bring the scores down, which is the intention. So let's see what the results are from 5 balls. Okay. Bit wobbly. I kick straight left, but look, again, we'll just try to get these as straight as possible. A consistent stroke. Results 0 out of 5. Just a quick putting tip that I always work on as well is that I always putt with the same balls that I play with as well, just for consistency. So as you can see, I'm a pro V1X guy. If you use different balls, you get different compressions, different firmness as well, so kind of give you a wee bit of a different feel off the putter head. So I am a pro V1X guy, and that's what I'll always use to putt with. So top tip if you're putting. One of the big things I'm big on is process v outcome as well. So I don't know if I try to hold those putts there just because it was the first attempt. So this time I'm going to keep my head looking straight down until the putt's finished and just concentrate on the stroke rather than where the ball goes. If it goes in, it goes in. If it goes in, it's a good outcome. If it doesn't, then we can have a wee look at seeing if we can make any more wee tweaks. But right now, I'm just looking at the process, making good contact, getting it straight through. No worrying about the outcome, because if my process is good, I should have a good outcome. So let's see we go in this second set. So heat down, all the way. See what happens. Let's see if we can hear the cracking wee sound there, a ball hitting the hole. Hard enough. I was tweaking there, trying to get my head up to look at it. Come on, one of these drops. Here's the magic sound. Let's hear the magic sound. Come on. Oh, I think that one would have been in, but and again, we'll continue with this, okay? Come on, magic sound. This is why putting's frustrating, man, because you can get through this and not make any. But again, I'm not going to dwell on it, I'm just going to trust my process. Like I can see I feel that's a straight push, I'm looking at them now. There's the magic sound. I couldn't hear it a second time. 1 out of 5. Give me. That's a give me. Right, so now we're going to look at the putts and hopefully get them in a hole. Forget all that heat down nonsense. Let's make putts. Alright. Different. Thankfully, here we go. Breaker there. I pulled that one, I definitely pulled that one. You're probably going to look at that putting and think, how did he hold that first putt? How many takes did he do that to put that first one in? That was a genuine putt and then the rest of them were all garbage. So I'm going to stop there because, as I said, I'm not going to keep on doing this and missing putts and worrying about it. It's just going to demoralise me and take the fun out of the game. And I've also got to remember as well, and I keep on saying it, that golf is hard. Alright, so I'm not going to keep on doing this over and over and over again. But what I'm more going to do, as I said, trust that process, hopefully make improvements. The putting mirror, like I said, it's already diagnosed a couple of things. If you get any tips for using them, if you use one yourself, stick it in the comments below. Let me hear what your experiences are with them. I'm going to stick with it. Hopefully it's going to, like I said, my ball striking's improved. I'm hitting a lot of greens. It's just making these putts sink, which is going to help me keep the scores getting lower, which is the aim. So that's my putting mirror practice. Like I say, I'm going to have a wee bit more putting as well, and keep on working at it, keep on grinding as well as you do. So as I said, if you get any tips, any comments on what you're working on this coming up for the season to start, then let me know. But keep playing golf, keep grinding, and I'll see you in the next video.